We're gonna try this mount again. I really liked the ability I had to look at it when I'm doing this. Everything else went wrong though. It might be that I order off a tripod. I like making my own stuff and making things work, but I guess in the end, or I actually break down and start figuring out how to work the GoPro that I ordered. All right, so we're gonna do a fairy house this time. This, as far as I know, this one's not screaming to be a birdhouse. Who knows when we get into it? But at this point, I think it's going to be a fairy slash toad house, which is going to always start with a door. And when I do the door, I want it to have a little awning over it. Ooh, this might be. I like that. That's a good shape. That is a good shape right there. I don't know if I'll be able to get it perfect, but kind of like last time, I'm going to sketch it out. Last time being the birdhouse, which I just made. So, we're still in that mood where we're just chilling today. We had a bad morning of customer service, and we're trying to get into a better mood for everybody involved. So what I'm going to do is, just like last time, I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to try to bend it around so that I've got more to weld to on this, in this case, more than anything. You'll see me cut it at the bottom and then cut it up the middle. Then I'll cut slits over it, and I'll try to bend it back. And like I said, that fold is just going to add like a thickness to the metal that just isn't there. All right, we'll see how they start bending, and we'll go from there. I have the paint covered rag still there. That's got to be great. How have I even survived to this point? Okay. And we're just going to bend these in. Can y'all see? You can see a little bit there. I don't know how to make this where y'all be able to see more. Now the top, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to go at and grind off and cut the dome as much as I can. I'm not super worried about making this thing fit tight. We're just going for as cute as possible. Give it a kind of keyhole look. It's not like it's going to be a watertight structure for the frog. I've got holes in the bottom. It just wants some shelter, mainly against predators, I'm sure. Like, the toads around my house live in just about anywhere they can get to. I think that'll work. I'm going to cut that one off right there. That, I think I've completely used up that grinder bit. And if y'all are saying that thing looks like should have been replaced a while ago, you're probably right. I just try not to waste anything. That's the whole point of me making this art, is reuse. So, okay. Put this over there. And then we're going to flip this up. We're going to put the ground right there. Let's see if I can get it a little zoomed in there. We're going to pop this thing in just to make sure it fits roughly enough. Flatten out this side. Now, if you're wondering what this is, this was for a galvanized dog, like a fence in the backyard. It was the gate part. And I really like the shape of these. Hey, there's the hammer I was looking for earlier. Just shaping the metal a little bit at a time, trying to get it to fit just as much as I can before I start welding. There we go. That's what I was looking for. And we'll make little parts that go around it. Don't worry about the gap. We're going to pull this out as far as we can, and we'll get it tacked into place, and we'll go from there. Okay, and that is enough to keep her into place. Now, what we're going to do to go around the opening, this might be perfect. So this is the windings, internal windings of a motor. The copper goes inside these. Wow. I'm surprised they're holding on this much. There we go. These are the internal windings. My plan is to kind of get them to wrap around. They're malleable. So they won't be perfect, but they might be good enough to for this project. Trying to get kind of a wild, crazy, foresty, like feel without going wood. I could build wooden pieces. I could. I was a carpenter for years and years. I've built wooden pieces before. That's not where my heart lies. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to spot these. There we go. And sometimes the safety equipment gets in your way. Try to make a hard bend on this one right here. Now, there we go. Now we're getting something. And if you're sitting there wondering, well, how's this supposed to make it look better? Give me time. I'm going to get there. Okay. Now we'll cut off this excess. And here's my little trick. So these are all the little air tines that hold the copper together in electric motors. And when they're wrapped back, they give this really neat, organic, flowing, like circlet look. I don't know, the shapes kind of remind me of Tim Burton again. I was just discussing that at the last art show. We met this girl, younger girl, who, not younger, I don't know how old she is. I turned 40 and I think of everybody as younger. I met this girl and she was discussing how all my stuff reminded her of Wall-E and other Disney movies. And I was like, it's kind of funny because I've always thought of myself as Tim, like inspired by Tim Burton. That's like the first movie I remember. And it's not like when Spencer's and everything was grabbing onto the idea. I'm old enough to remember it coming out. I saw it the year after. It was Christmas, Christmas Eve. I was going to my grandmother's. My parents were running running a paper route at the time, trying to make ends meet. And I'm extremely lucky. My mother was a crafts person. Both my parents are passed on now. My mother was a crafts person. She sold a lot of wooden art on the side of the road, mailboxes and such. My father he tried to be a welder. He tried to be a lot of things. He was a certified welder. He taught me welding, or at least started the education. And but he was not good at life. He was a man of good intentions. But anyway, they had decided they were going to do paper route. And we were over at my grandmother's, on that Christmas Eve. And she let us, we went to the video store, which is where all the movies used to be. And she let us each pick out a movie. And I remember my sisters picked out The Three Ninjas Kick Back. And I picked out Nightmare Before Christmas. And I guess it was probably an influence on my life. So we're going to go ahead and weld the top on, I think. Just like. Yes. Speaking of my apprentice, I think he just entered. You guys probably won't hear him though. He's shy. We'll get him on camera one of these days. Tell you what, we'll pick this up tomorrow. All right. So we got the roof on. We're going to add some more decorative up there. I think this hole right here has become a chimney. Then we've got to put windows in it. And then I don't know if this one's going to get paint or not. I haven't said. And then I think we're going to add a little half awning up there. But anyway, we'll take this up in the next part. Thanks, guys.